What is the most dangerous thing when implementing AI? From what I've seen in those cases, I've talked a lot with business people, and these guys, most of them unfortunately suffer. Well, not suffer, let's say, they think in magical terms, right? I'll show you a video now. This is B.F. Skinner, a prominent psychologist. So practically all of marketing, well, not all, but a significant part of it, when it comes to rewards, right, and motivation theories, when you need that carrot and stick, you know the story, right? All of this is based on the operant model of behavior. And this Skinner, he conducted an experiment. He discovered that there is a cause and effect relationship in pigeons, that if you feed pigeons, they give, well, you can. It's possible to control or influence their behavior if they receive a reward. But during the process, he discovered one nuance.
A slot machine is designed to distribute various rewards and prizes completely at random. However, a large number of hopeful players often want to believe that they can somehow significantly increase their own personal chances of hitting the big jackpot by using specific strategies. They stand on one leg or put on a lucky shirt. Is this superstitious behavior a byproduct of our evolution? All wild animals have to act as natural statisticians when searching for patterns in the apparent chaos of nature, whether they're looking for food or trying to avoid predators. They can make two types of mistakes. They might fail to recognize a pattern when there actually is one. Or they might think they've found a pattern when there isn't one, and that's superstition. 60 years ago, the American psychologist Skinner studied the behavior of pigeons. He rewarded them with food when they pecked a key in a feeding device. But then Skinner set up the device so that it dispensed food at random. All the pigeons had to do was sit and wait. But they didn't do that. Instead, most of them developed what Skinner called superstitious behavior. For example, when one of the pigeons happened to look over its left shoulder, just as the food dispenser activated, it got the idea that looking over its left shoulder could get it food, and so it did it again. If it so happened that the mechanism dispensed food at the same time, then the pigeon became convinced that looking over its left shoulder would get it food. And it kept doing this, starting to obsessively look over its left shoulder. People are often no better than these pigeons. We constantly create false associations. We knock on wood for luck, see faces in the cheese on our sandwich, look for fortune in tea leaves. This is how we provide ourselves with a comforting illusion of meaning. It's a human trait. We desperately want to feel that in this astonishingly complex world, there is some organizing force working in our favor.
Well, the meaning is clear, right? He conducted an experiment, and he saw the mechanism of superstition, how it works in the brain. That is, if a person makes an association, right, and this association is reinforced by a certain emotional background, then they can build their own magical cause and effect connections in this way. That's it. And, well, in fact, people really like to explain complexity from the perspective of magical thinking, because this mechanism, well, it's much deeper. All of this can go much further, and maybe someday we can talk about it separately. Well, in short, the point is that this model is embedded in a person's mind at the level of, let's say, neural networks that do not belong to consciousness, right? And we, thanks to the integration center, this is already neurobiology, the integration center and different parts of the brain that are part of the conscious mind, we try to regulate it. But far from everyone can actually do this, right? And for the most part, we believe that if you think positively, money will come. That's a really, really nice story, isn't it? Like, we think that if we, well, not us, but some people, right? If they think about something good, then the universe will give it back to them. About karma, and also things like visualizing success, like imagining yourself in an expensive car, and so on. And basically, it's the same thing with AI. People think of AI as some kind of magical tool that's going to come and solve all the problems. They're not interested in what Roma is saying, the architecture, or what exactly is being learned there. He says, what are you telling me? Just take it from me. Like I have, say, DNS 7.7, where there's not even an API, there's basically no interface at all, no human interface, yeah, and just connect it for me. And these solutions, those 95% of people who didn't succeed, yeah, I think it doesn't work out for them precisely for these reasons. They treat it like some kind of magic crystal, you know, and start doing something, right? Without any strategy, without understanding, and so on.